will take from you until you are wiped clean from this land. I'm just saying that's something you might want to keep in mind.
I am Grant from Screen Rant. I'm so excited to chat with you all for this expansive Western saga. Luke, I will turn to you first. This feels like your first major return to the Western genre since 3:10 to Yuma. What is it like for you as a Texas born and raised actor getting back into this side of the genre?
Yeah, I mean, I'd never really done anything like this. And 3:10 to Yuma, I just kind of did for fun and played this small part of a guy that tortures Russell Crowe. I did do the Adam Sandler comedic Western, Ridiculous Six. So that was really fun. But yeah, never anything like this, never anything on such an epic scale. And to work with, I'd never worked with a director that was also acting in the film, and certainly had not worked with Kevin Costner, so a very special opportunity for me.
I can only imagine. And then Isabelle and Ella, I will turn to you both next. I love that Kevin has really infused so many female characters and a range of their personalities into these stories. What is it like for you both capturing such different sides of the American frontier in this film?
I mean, you really just get introduced to us in chapter 1, but our characters have such journeys that they both go on. And they intertwine as well, which is very fortunate for us because a lot of, I think, the women have, their own separate sort of worlds, and we get to share this world together.
Yeah.
And being such different women in this world too. Diamond is very much raised in her masculine energy and is very comfortable in this environment. Her dad has raised her to be so, and really starts to realize after meeting Juliet that there might be some power in harnessing her femininity as she grows and moves forward in the saga.
Yeah, I was so excited by the distinctiveness of all of the women in these films, from Sienna to Jenna to Abby to Wase to Isabelle to Juliet. Like, they were all characters that I think I've been yearning to see in this space, and I often don't feel very seen by the Western genre, and I had no idea how much of a joy making a Western could be, and how immersive it could feel. And yeah, I was so excited to play this woman who, on the face of it, is challenged. She can be difficult to love. She is really at odds with her environment. Some people have said she's a princess. But she's just trying to protect her husband, and she has beliefs in like values and morality and correct behavior. And she is tested by her journey, and ultimately she is an extraordinary survivor. And to be able to play such a range of emotion and detail across the span of these films is so cool. Like, just so much fun for me and for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I really look forward to seeing how everybody's journeys continue. And this next question is for all of you. Luke, if you'd like to start, then Isabelle and Ella. What is it like coming into a project in which you see a full character's arc spanning across multiple projects in comparison to a singular film or TV show?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. It was really interesting. And for me, I was, just had read the first 2 scripts when I got hired. And so far as I knew, at the end of the second chapter and, my last day of work, I was trying to figure out, was my character Van Weyden going to be around or not? And I didn't want to, be asking people, so, hey, do I make it? Am I live? Am I there? But then the last day of work, my last day of shooting, Kevin Costner said, so you ride out of here and you go to the next town of Union. I thought, okay, Union, that's not bad. That's close to Horizon. He said, but there's nothing for you there because you have a family. And they said, you go on to California. And I'm like, California, what? And he's like, and you got to go to the Mojave to get there. And I was like, the fucking Mojave? And then he walked away. and then, so that was it for me. But then this spring, I got a call from Kevin saying, I think I've figured out a way to bring your character Van Weyden back. Would you is that something you'd want to do? And I just said, I said the same thing. He hired me the first time. I said, hell yeah.
For me, I read all 4 scripts before I was cast, and I remember just being so floored by this character that he had written. I mean, she really grows through this journey west into the woman that she becomes. And because the saga spans 15 years, I mean, we start with Diamond at around 15, 16, and she grows into a woman. And to be able to show how this journey and how the characters that she meets along the way have affected who she has become in this world, I really just feel honored and excited to play with it, to go back on set and later this year with Kevin and start working on the 3rd one. We've already filmed little bits and pieces, but it really feels like you as an actor don't get this opportunity to know where your character goes, and it allows you to plant little Easter eggs from the get-go, which you don't normally get the opportunity to do.
Yeah, to me, what's so exciting about getting to tell these stories over a number of films is the detail that allows for, and that we get to really zoom in on the intricacies of these people's lives. And their lives were anything but simple. Like, there was so much detail to survival in that time, and like, even in the first film, we get this glimpse into what water means on the Oregon Trail, and how like sparse it might be at different points in their journey. And my character Juliet doesn't really understand that at the beginning of her journey, and sort of unknowingly bathes in the bathwater. And it's this kind of beautiful moment of this woman who just desperately wants to wash off the dirt and challenge of her journey. And in this kind of almost beautiful moment, it turns very sinister when she is being spied on by these men who are on the journey with her. And it, to me, it just sort of encapsulates the challenge and wonder of the time, and the naivety that all of these people embarking on these journeys had. Like, we didn't have Google. We didn't know. They didn't know what they were going to.
Well, I'm really intrigued to see how all of these stories play out over the next couple of films. I mean, Costner has set it up well in this first one, as have you all, and I can't wait for people to see it. I see I'm out of time already, so I will get on out of here. Thank you all so much, though, for taking the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Take it easy. Thanks.
All I'm trying to do is get as many of us as I can, as far as I can.